Yo, what is going on, guys? Um, just wanted to give a recap of this week. What I've been kind of doing in terms of backtesting, because I know we're still on the grind, right? Though, um, though I'm not posting every day, um, I feel like it's not much of a hassle for me, because I'm constantly not. When I was trading before, it would take a huge part of my life, and I would really depend on coming home, taking a trade. I really depend on that sort of stuff. But I think backtesting when I can and when I'm free helps me to build confidence, especially with the way I trade in any session. Um, you know, to me, uh, being limited to one session isn't really gonna work. So if I'm able to, again, supplement a form of strategy where I can, um, where I'm able to kind of take a trade whenever I just get on the charts, and things like that, wait for a setup, take the trade, and I'm, kind of building more confidence within that way. Um, and just taking a lot of trades as well, right? Seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. That's the goal with this actually. Seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. Why are things working? What's like going in my favor, right? What's like um what's like what's like how do I put this? What's kind of the best way to do things, right? How am I going to handle my emotions? How am I going to handle my psychology, right? Um during trading, and yeah, and I titled this one as building confidence because that's exactly what we're doing, right? We're building confidence, taking the trades, taking as many trades, just so we have a system that we know that works, right? If we know a system works, it's just now we just have to implement it onto the real charts, right? Which is the like onto the real thing. And not gonna lie, um, this week I wasn't able to backtest when I got home because I did get home around 12 every single night. So I wasn't able to backtest, but I was backtesting while at work, on my phone whenever I'm free. Just because um, just because we had a lot of free time and I was able to go on my phone and take trades, whenever I could. So I took the opportunity to do that. Though I don't think it was an hour a day. I don't really think that, but I do think that I got some solid trades in terms of how many trades I did get in when it came to backtesting. And this is mainly backtesting for strategy. We're backtesting for strategy. We're backtesting, our system, right? It doesn't matter. We're not backtesting for fucking high win rate. We're not backtesting for uh, monthly gains, monthly losses. We're not backtesting for any of that bullshit. Like we're backtesting, so we're building confidence, right? We're finding a system that works, a system that is proven to work, right? And having confidence um, in that system. So, yeah, just wanted to give a recap on this the last week's trades. So, I'm not I can't really it doesn't really tell me how many trades I've taken here. Um, but we can kind of count. So one, two, three, four, five. So around 25 trades that we took last week. So around 25 trades. So it's not too bad. Not too bad for the week. I did trade Monday to Thursday. Yeah, Monday to Thursday because I had Friday off and I wanted to spend some time with my girl and have a little bit of time off the charts, as I have a life to live also, and I want to kind of not fill it all with trading. Though we're trying to make it work, I do want to enjoy life a little bit more. I don't want this to take a huge part of my life. But I am with it in the long run. Again, I think I said in the previous recap that I kind of was trying to take this whole trading thing 100 miles an hour, trying to speed run everything, trying to get funded. And though we could do it, it just wasn't a consistent basis, and I wasn't really confident on the way I trade. Um, it was kind of like, oh, like I don't think I've taken a trade here, or I start to get nervous because I don't trust the system. And what's the way to fix that? We fix that by backtesting the strategy, right? Backtesting to see what works, what doesn't work, right? And seeing where we go from there. But again, now it's more of a pace of the speed limit, right? We're now cruising, right? I'm not trying to rush this. I know it'll come with time. Um, but I do get a sense of feeling that I'm not working as hard. Um, or like I feel like, how do I put this? I feel like I am working hard, but I don't like it. Also feels like just because we've slowed things a lot within the past 2 3 weeks. We've slowed things a lot. It feels like that I'm not working as hard when it comes to my trading stuff. Um, but I promise you guys that I am working. I am working hard. I am trying my best every single day. With these hours at work, we and trading not paying off yet. It's important that I have income to pay the bills and pay what I need to pay off every week, every monthly. I have some other shit going on too, like um, that brings in a little bit of money, so I'm able to live comfortably, as some people would put it. But again, it's something that I kind of want to grow out of, and just wanting to work and trade as well as and then form a business from there, all on my own without any single help or like without anybody funding up money or anything like that. I want to be the one to put my own money up and fund everything, and be the one in charge. That's me. But again, I gotta really thank my girl though. I mean, like she supported me on this journey through all my ups and downs, crashing down the mountain, getting back up, trying again, climbing the mountain, trying to get to the top. And she's been supportive every single day, um, with my trading stuff. Always looking forward to my videos, and always watches them too. So shout out to her. Just want to thank her so much as well. But yeah, I mean, overall, not a bad week. We did get a higher win percentage this week, but again, we're not really going for that. It's more of showing you guys that I'm starting to get more confident, but I don't want to say this in the context of like I backtest for 2 weeks and now I'm confident. Nah, like I'm thinking of backtesting for a while, get really confident with my trade, really refine it because I'm able to take a lot of trades every single day, refine it a little bit more and more and more each and every day, each and every week, to where we're confident enough to hop on the charts, and whether we lose, whether we win, right? We know our system works, right? So, yeah, I mean, overall, a pretty good week. I felt confident taking trades. I actually felt confident taking losses as well. Um, so that's something that I'm working on for myself personally. But um, yeah, I mean, oh, um, I did have an account. I did have, I did take trades Monday to Tuesday, but unfortunately, the fucking free session ended. It was like a 7 day fucking session or whatever it was, or like the free thingy, and it ended. So I wasn't able to capture data from Monday and Tuesday, but this was Wednesday. No, sorry, Monday, and this was Tuesday to Thursday. So yeah, so it would have been more than 25 trades actually. It would have been maybe 30, 30. 30, 32 trades, something like that. But yeah, that's something that I will need to do this week is to make a new session. That way we can have data from week to week, right? That way I give you guys a recap of how many trades I've taken and what's like how am I feeling in terms of the way we trade and things like that. Um, and yeah, I mean we're slowly progressing, right? We're slowly progressing. We're trying to make it, right? Just a little bit hard with like, my career, um, taking my career seriously and things like that too, because I love what I do. So, but again, we're slowing things down, right? Slowing things down, but yeah, I just wanted to express to you guys that, like, yeah, I do feel like I'm not working as hard, but I do think it's because I am not working at 100 miles per hour, right? When it comes to the trading stuff, trying to rush shit, you know what I mean? But I feel like if I take my time, follow the plan accordingly, and at a steady pace, I'm able to learn more and feel more confident over time, rather than going really fast in terms of trying to learn everything, trying to be more confident, excuse me, trying to be more confident, and end up just back down at the mountain, again, right? It's like climbing up a mountain, like fucking trying to speed run the mountain, and just because you were going so fast, I didn't see a rock, and I tripped over the rock and fucking fell down the mountain. But if we take our time, right, if we're walking up the mountain, right, we're able to see everything, we're able to hear everything, we're able to mitigate, those stupid rocks that may be on the way up the mountain that may trip us up, things like that. We're able to, be more cautious. So I'll kind of I'll kind of put it that way, just so it kind of makes sense of what I'm kind of talking about, and I hope that makes sense to you guys. But yeah, I mean, my girl's gonna kill me. I'm recording this at 2:13 a.m. Um, yeah, I tried to sleep early on. I actually wanted to make this tomorrow morning, but I couldn't fucking sleep. So I thought I'll just give this a go and give that weekly recap for you guys, just so today tomorrow we can start off fresh and back test for another week. So we can build data on that. And yeah, I know I know last week looked pretty good, but I know it's not gonna be like that every single week. So I'm really looking forward to how this week goes. But I know, we're refining. We're kind of taking our time. We're refining everything and taking our time when it comes to what trades we should take and what trades we shouldn't take. Um, I am kind of refining more on the lower time frame. I'm just refining a little bit more as I'm kind of not really. I'm confident on like the draws on the day and the structure, but when it comes to those POIs, I'm still kind of unsure. Well, not really unsure, but it's not quite there in terms of what I should be looking for. So yeah, I just a little bit more refinement on the entry, just so because the POI might hold, but we might mistime it, getting stopped out, things like that. So yeah, I've also adjusted my stop loss and take profits as well. It's a very quite short targeting those short term highs, because those hourly draws, um, sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't hit. But if I'm always targeting that previous structure, high or low, it's more consistent. So that's what I've also noticed this week as well. Oh well, last week, when taking trades as well. So yeah, that kind of wraps it up for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I keep my promises on making a recap for you guys every single week. If I don't post throughout the weekdays, I will give you that Sunday recap of everything just to let you guys know that I'm still on, I'm still grinding, I'm still hustling, to make this shit work, make it, so we can make it out, right? Make it out, but still work a regular day job, right? Make it out, but have no responsibilities at work, right? You go to work, enjoy life. If you leave your job, the job fucking makes you redundant or whatever, you know, you still have a skill that you can rely on to bring that income in for yourself, each and every month. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you guys. Trust in God, all right? God has a plan for everybody. So you trust in him. I put my full faith in him. And yeah. Um hope you guys have a great night or morning, wherever you guys are from, or day or wherever. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week.